Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with the Hunger Games. Last time on the Hunger Games we had Mockingjay Part 1, where, well, first off, to differentiate from the first two movies, there's no Hunger Games anymore, and I don't think there ever will be again. But picking up where Catching Fire left off, Katniss and the gang were in District 13, and District 13 wanted to make some propaganda videos to ignite the revolution among the other districts. And to do that, they obviously needed propaganda of the Mockingjay, Katniss. It didn't quite go well. Their first attempt at just natural, well, not natural, but scripted propaganda, that didn't work. So Katniss went into the field, and they got some good propos for that. Meanwhile, Peta was being held captive by the Capitol, and slowly being malnourished and skinnyized, as I will now call it. And then there was a team that went in to rescue Peta and Joanna and Annie, and they did actually get them all out, but it seems that this was the Capitol's plan, because Peta has been basically reconditioned so that anytime he sees Katniss, he views her as a threat to his life and he has to destroy her, and it's all pretty crazy and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of where we left it off. This time around, we are moving on to the final movie, Mockingjay Part 2. Isn't that just crazy, man? Like, I don't know, like, it feels nice to do a series of movies instead of just sort of the one-offs I've been doing. But I have to say, I'm gonna miss this series when it's over, because I've really, I've grown attached to the characters in this world and stuff, and to have it be done already. I know I was saying, 2 movies ago, like, oh, hey, we're already getting to the climax. It's not like Harry Potter. But I gotta say, I am going to miss. I'm gonna miss the gang. I'm gonna miss everyone. Although some of you have suggested that I read the books, because there are differences between the books and the movies, which I might, maybe even do a video reading the book. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I might not. We'll see. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. Like always, we'll have the normal highlighted reaction here, and by highlighted reaction, I mean the edited reaction here, which will be 15 to 20 minutes long of every part where I'm like, oh my gosh, in the movie. Of course, over at my Patreon page is the full unedited version, if you want to watch the movie along with me. That is available to all $5 patrons, so you can go watch that if you want to. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is going to be, this might be a little interesting because, especially for the discussion, because finales are kind of weird to discuss. Like, you can obviously discuss the stuff that happens in a finale, but a lot of times in my discussions, I like to, speculate on stuff, and sometimes there's just nothing to speculate, and for finales, you can't speculate any further because this is the end, But I'm sure that there's going to be a whole lot of stuff happening in this movie that's going to definitely make for a fun and interesting discussion, which we will be doing right after we watch the movie. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. Here we go.
Katniss.
No.
It's because of Katniss.
Aw, damn it.
Did she tell you to say that?
She didn't tell me anything.
She's a liar, Prim.
It's a trick.
Oh, no.
What you're saying isn't real.
She knows you're here now.
It's okay.
She knows you're...
You can't trust her! She's a monster! She's a mud the Capitol created to destroy us!
Get her out of there.
Mud.
Katniss.
She's a mud.
Ugh, a mud. That's so specific.
Condition response.
She's a mud.
Oh, shit. Here we go. Mockingjay Part 2.
I don't stand a chance if he doesn't get better.
Tuh.
I'll never let him go.
Gale deserves better. Gale deserves so much more. He's our good boy, you know?
Two-tiered explosion. We allow people enough time to rush in, help the wounded, then...
A second bomb.
Right. Second one goes off here.
I guess there are no rules anymore about what a person can do to another person.
I don't think Snow used any rule book when he hijacked Peta.
Oh, shit. Oh no, good boy Gale is about to get a bit more brutal.
No one who supports the Capitol is innocent.
With that kind of thinking, you can kill whoever you want. You can send kids off to the Hunger Games to keep the districts in line.
Ooh, damn. She's right. You gotta be better. It's an interesting... This is an interesting angle to take. Should you be better than the enemy? Sometimes in war, I guess you can't. You should try, I guess. You honestly understand both of their points, but you'd rather side with Katniss.
We blew up your mine. You burned my district to the ground.
Are we even?
We have every reason I want to kill each other. Make Snow happy.
Ooh.
I'm tired of killing his slaves for him.
I'm not a slave.
I am. That's why I killed Cato.
Oh, shit.
And he killed Thresh.
Yeah.
And Thresh killed Chloe. Why are you fighting the rebels? Your neighbors. Your family.
That actually worked?
Turn your weapons to Snow!
Oh!
Tonight?
So we're secure from the skies. Lure them into the city, and then our game makers will make them pay for every inch with blood.
Game makers?
We showed him footage of your speech in 2. He had real memories of you.
That still doesn't mean I'm going in there.
He's strapped down. He can't hurt you.
No, this is different. Hey, Mitch, I really don't want
Well,
to.
it doesn't matter what you want. It's for Peta.
It's interesting she doesn't want to face him. That's honestly very realistic. I wouldn't want to fucking face Peta.
About the bread. I remember you in the rain. And I burned it on purpose. To give it to you.
Oh.
All I know is that I would have saved myself a lot of suffering if I had just given that bread to the pig.
Oh, damn.
I, Finnick there,
Aw.
take you and Equesta as my wife from this day forth.
Aw.
Together or apart, we will always be united.
I was not expecting
life.
this. Wow. I didn't realize how much of a relationship they had.
I'm going to kill Snow. He needs to see my eyes when I kill him.
Ooh, shit. Oh, she likes that. Yes. The fingers. Hold them high, folks. High as you can. This is as high as I can on frame. Oh, shit. Hey, Gale.
Hey. Thought you were in the hospital.
I was.
Go better.
And whatever she's doing, we conceived it. It was our plan all along.
Good job.
Of course it was.
Yeah.
If our armies make it past peacekeepers and other defenses, we'll converge in the center of the city at Snow's mansion, where we won't just unlock his gates, but unshackle all of Peta.
Feels like the day of Black
If we
Sun.
die, our future starts tomorrow at dawn.
Oh, shit.
We march together into the capital.
Oh, shit. It all begins tomorrow. You know, it kind of feels like we're going back into the arena.
Our instructions are to shoot propaganda footage on the battle-scarred streets of the capital.
Yeah.
You were hand-picked, even with the hollow. It's likely that new pods have been set. Whatever they contain, they are meant to kill you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 76th Hunger Games.
Ah, shit. We are back. Alright, that got me. That's a good twist. That's a good twist of bringing the actual Hunger Games back for the finale. Oh. It's Peta. She is at the fucking ready now.
They want us to add him to the proper. Show that he's on our side now.
Yeah, that's...
Move forward a few blocks tomorrow and shoot. It was Peta that she wanted rescued from the arena. She never liked you. She doesn't like anybody or anything she can't control.
So she would put my life in danger?
She denied, but maybe she's starting to see you as a threat.
Nobody would think I'd be a leader.
Would you throw your support to someone? Would it be her?
Ooh.
I just can't tell what's real and what's made up anymore.
Then ask. It's what Annie does.
Ask who?
Us.
Anyone.
We're your unit now.
This is interesting because he's sort of half and half, I guess. Wow!
What did you just do?
Katniss, don't trust them.
Don't trust them?
Kill Peter if you have to.
Oh, shit.
Do what you came to do.
Oh, shit.
Boggs?
No, Boggs! What the hell? The hell is this stuff anyway? Oh, god damn it, Peta! Not the... Oh.
Ebony, what did I just say at the hollow? Come on, let's go.
Boggs gave it to me.
Oh,
What are you
shit.
talking about?
Yeah.
I'm on special orders from Coin to assassinate President Snow.
Ooh.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Yeah, it's not a very credible lie, but...
Commander,
Oh, God. God damn it, this fucking song.
Good afternoon, I'm Caesar Flickerman.
Fuck you, Caesar Flickerman.
Here with our
Never seen that.
Katniss Everdeen, a poor, unstable girl with nothing but a small talent with a bow and arrow, is dead.
God damn it. They're really going in on that.
Leader.
And rose up and turned a nation of slaves into an army.
Oh, shit.
Dead or alive, Katniss Everdeen will remain the face of this revolution.
She's getting emotional.
She will not have died for nothing.
I had no idea I meant so much to her.
Her vision and ours.
Okay, good. They all hear it.
We gotta go. We gotta get out of here now.
Forced
Mutts, they released Mutts.
Boggs, what's the
Mutts.
fastest way out?
My volume's so low. I don't want to be jump scared. Must be a little tricky to crawl around with handcuffs on. Ah! Jesus Christ! What in the fuck? What are these things? Is this more of the hollow crap? Like the hell dogs from the first movie? God, these things seem so out of place, actually. Like, we've got, like, demons. Oh! Ah, Finnick! You know what? Probably a spear is probably the best thing for these things. Oh, his handcuffs are gone. Oh no, I swear to God, if we lose Finnick. Son of a bitch, no! No, come the hell on.
We have to keep going. We have to keep going. Yes, you can. Look at me.
Come on.
Look at me.
Oh.
Stay with me.
Always.
Come on.
Oh, yes. Okay, we at least got Peta back. But at what cost?
Everyone that's dead is dead because of me. I lied. We all knew.
Well, yeah.
Soldiers from 13.
They did too.
Do you really believe that Jackson thought you had orders from Coin?
Yeah.
If you end all of this, all those deaths, they mean something.
Yeah.
Senna, Boggs, Castor, Jackson, Finnick.
To all capital citizens more than a half-mile outside the city circle, I am announcing a mandatory evacuation. Come to the mansion. I am promising you shelter and sanctuary.
Shields.
All refugees.
Stay alive.
Damn. Just trust him enough to hug him. Wow! A distraction! Oh, god damn it, they got Gale. She can't do it. The children first. That's interesting. What the hell? What are they doing that for? It's not gifts, is it? Yeah! Those are explosives. Oh! Oh! It's District 13. Oh, Jesus Christ! You're on fire! What the hell, did Prim just die?
Peacekeepers, palace guards, they had kids in there too. It's over after that.
Christ, it's just fucking over. What happened to Prem?
Mom.
That's a nice one. The colors are lovely, of course.
You're still alive?
In fact, I was just about to issue an official surrender when they released those parachutes.
You released those parachutes.
Yeah. Don't
you really
fucking...
think I gave the order? The idea that I was bombing our own helpless children to hold back the rebels? It turned the last of my guards against me. There was no resistance left inside the capital or the mansion. I'm sure she wasn't gunning for your sister.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'm afraid we've both been played for fools.
God, I don't want to believe him.
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, my dear Miss Evertine. I thought we'd agreed never to lie to each other.
Ah, shit. You fucking bastard. I can't believe it. Oh, but goddamn, that'd be a twist.
The trap. To draw more people in. Is that you?
I don't know.
Huh.
All I know is I was supposed to take care of your family.
He might not have even known that was his part.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Goodbye, Gale.
Oh, shit.
I have taken the burden and the honor of declaring myself interim president of Penang.
Uh-huh.
Interim? Exactly how long is that interim?
We have no way of knowing for certain.
Uh-huh.
But it's clear, in lieu of these barbaric executions, we hold a symbolic Hunger Games.
What?
You're joking.
Not in the slightest.
Is this Plutarch's idea?
It was mine.
Uh-huh.
Balances the need for revenge.
Force the capital
Least
into the Hunger
loss
Games.
of human life.
You guys, this way of thinking is what started these uprisings.
Yeah.
I vote no. With Peter.
All right,
So would
good
Finnick
job.
if he were here. Well, he's not, because Snow killed him.
No.
All right, Beatty.
I get to kill Snow.
I expected no less of you.
And I vote yes.
Ah, shit.
For Prim.
Oh, I don't think that's...
I'm with the Mockingjay.
Ah, shit.
That carries the vote.
The greatest friend to the revolution will fire the shot to end all wars.
Is she gonna fucking shoot coin?
May her arrow signify the end of tyranny and the beginning of a new era.
Oh, look at him, this
Mockingjay.
smug bastard.
May your aim.
She's gonna fucking
Yes,
shoot
you-
coin, isn't she? Yep. Oh, this fucker. Oh, they're going to kill him. Well.
Well, Plutarch gave me a letter for you.
I don't want it.
You never make it easy, do you? Tonight, the 12 district leaders will call for a free election. There's little doubt that Peta will carry it. She's become the voice of reason.
Interesting.
We'll enter that sweet period where everyone agrees not to repeat the recent horrors.
Yeah.
Of course, we're fickle, stupid beings with poor memories and a great gift for self-destruction.
It won't last forever.
Although, who knows? Maybe this time we'll learn.
The life of a victor. Goodbye, Ellie. Goodbye, my girl.
Oh.
If you don't be a stranger.
Ooh, damn. Oh. Cat made it all the way back to 12.
She's gone. Get out! Prim is gone! Prim is gone! She's dead! And she's not coming back! Get out! Get out!
Cat didn't give a fuck. Oh.
You'll be happy to hear that Candace's mother has been training new medical units in the capital. Gail has been promoted to a captain in District 2 to help keep order and security. And I am loving every moment with my son, who reminds me every day of his father. I hope you're both finding some peace. Manny.
Oh. Annie and Finnick had a son that he never met. Oh.
I make a list in my head of all the good things I've seen someone do. Every little thing I can remember. Gets a little tedious after all these years, but there are much worse games to play.
Yeah. Mockingjay Part 2. Holy Toledo, man. We never got to see what happened to Caesar, by the way. Just something I want to bring up because the cast was going by, and I remember, oh yeah, Stanley Tucci. It's like Stanley Tucci who had a cameo in this movie. That's all four. That's all four movies. That's The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. One sec. what do I want to use for this? Well, let's just use this one. Alright. Okay, folks. If some of you out there watch my Attack on Titan videos, you know that I use this shot glass for when characters die. But I feel like I need to... Well, I need to wash this. Goodness. This thing's getting a little dirty, but I feel like I need to take a shot for this series, you know? I'm drinking Pepsi, by the way. It's nothing alcoholic, but... Yeah. And it's I almost feel like I need a shot glass with a Mockingjay on it. So... Okay. That was a bittersweet ending. That was a bittersweet ending where it's like, you know, yes, it's basically we won, but at what cost? You know? We won, but at what cost? The cost? Prim. That was the cost. Prim was the cost. Even more than... Well, I mean, we had a lot of other costs too, you know? Finnick being a main one. God damn it, I did not want Finnick to die. You know... We should be honest and say that, at least for me, I guess I never got a good vibe off of Coin, you know? And maybe, like, and I don't, like, and I kind of ignored it, honestly, but I guess it was more just, with Coin, I kind of felt like, oh, well, you know, she's not, I don't know, it was strange, but it was like, well, you know, she's the leader of 13, you know, and she's the leader of 13, and, you know, she's the leader of 13, she's very practical, she needs things to get done, and she's very practical about a revolution, you know? But that's the thing. Being practical about a revolution is slightly odd, you know? And we've definitely had that between both Coin and now in this movie, definitely Gale as well. I feel like the two of them were a bit more practical about things. Now, there's nothing wrong necessarily with being practical, but I guess there's being practical to a fault. To where now, with, you know, bombing innocent children, you know, she obviously didn't intend to kill Prim, but she intentionally bombed the children because she knew that would basically turn everyone else against Snow. And then that would be that. Which, But that's the thing. That is a heavy price, and you can chalk it up and say, well, it's war and stuff. But which is honestly what Gale was saying. Well, this is war, so what does it matter? It kind of matters. And especially when this is a revolution. When you're doing a revolution, or you're doing a rebellion, or whatever, if you are saying that the enemy is like pure evil, one thing is you kind of have to be better. Now, I know what I'm saying. So, like, we said this earlier, like, you want to side with Katniss, especially when, she's talking with Gale early in the movie. You want to try to be better, and you want to side with Katniss, who is saying this. On the other hand, you do have to look at some of the realities. That, yes, this is war. Sometimes you do have to do horrible things in order to win. But that's a dangerous mindset as well. That is a very dangerous mindset, because if you have that sort of mindset, then it leaves room for that mindset to expand, basically. And I think that might be what happened to Coin, I feel like that might be what happened to Coin. Like, we saw like the early stages of that with Gale, and then we saw how that can sort of be taken maybe to the extreme by Coin. That if you say, well, sometimes tough things happen. It's terrible what we have to do. I know I look like Billin's head right now. Be excellent, but they weren't being excellent. Yes, horrible things can happen in war, so we must do that. That opens your mind up to doing more. If you stick to the mindset like Katniss, it is more difficult. I will grant you, it is legitimately more difficult to stick to that mindset like Katniss. But overall, it would be better. I hope I'm making sense. What I'm trying to say is there's the two different mindsets. There's Coin's, and then there was Katniss's. You would actually want to be Katniss in this situation, because with Katniss, with her mindset of, no, we have to be better than them, then you are less likely to be like them. You are less likely to do these horrible things, It's entirely possible that could still happen. But if you go in with a mindset like Coin and say, well, this is war, things are going to happen, we have to win, that mindset can lead you to take actions that you probably didn't need to, Did she need to bomb those residents? Did she need to do that? The rebels were right there at Snow's mansion, and Katniss was on her way in to execute Snow. But Coin decided to bomb the Capitol civilians and have any of the survivors turn on Snow, because this is also part of a deception. Because the survivors think Snow bombed us, we have to go kill him. That's the thing. Like, she went into this with a mindset of, I need to do what needs to be done, no matter what. And because of that, She bombed civilians, people she was trying to save, to liberate, you know? She bombed them just so the rest of them would turn on Snow. If you have bombs, just bomb the mansion. You know? Less people would die that way, because they hadn't opened the gates yet. Like, if you already have the bombs, bomb the mansion. Kill him that way. If you have a rebel army going in, go in and kill him. But she took it a different way, and she took it too far. And you know, and that's the thing, from last movie, you do sort of get an impression. You do get this impression from Coin. You know, this sort of, it is an odd vibe, you know? It's an odd vibe that you get from her, you know? And it all sort of culminates in this. And then, not only that, but you can tell that this is her mindset completely. That she then goes in and is like, well, the people are too emotional, so I will be the interim president until I decide that everyone is okay to have an election. Like, that's a straight up occupation, dictatorship, you know? Like, that's not how that works, you know? And it's amazing, too, because we see later, after all this is resolved and Coin dies, Coin and Snow are dead, that the 12 leaders relatively quickly have to get together, and then they have an election and Paler wins, you know? So it's a very dangerous mindset. And I like that they also drop hints that Gale is also going down that mindset, which you can also get. You can also slightly get from last movie as well, you know? You can also slightly get that from the events of last movie. You know, when he's berating Peta for you know, saying the Capitol's words and, you know, being their puppet. He berates them. He berates Peta. And he says, you know, I wouldn't do that, you know? You could honestly say that that is a bit of that mentality already showing in Gale. Because, yeah, was Peta, you know, saying all these things that he shouldn't be saying? Yes, but he was trying to survive. Most likely he was also told, they never confirmed this, but I would imagine because he was the only one that they used on camera, I would imagine they also told him, say these words, or not only do we kill you, but we kill Joanna, and we kill Annie, you know? I have to assume they also put that in there, and Peta, being the guy he is, would say these things in order to not only save himself, but also save Joanna and Annie, you know? So, it's one of those interesting things where, because you want to deny it. You want to deny it. You want to deny that Coin would do something like this, you know? Especially because the person who's telling you this is Snow, of all people. You want to deny this wholeheartedly because you think there is no way she can be like him. But if anything, that does sort of jive with everything. Jive, I don't know, whatever. It does sort of make sense with the character that has been portrayed over these two movies, you know? It honestly does make sense when you stop and think about it, you know? When you stop and you look back and it's like, shit, they have sort of been building up to this, you know? Good. It's fucking good, man. Christ, this is the most notes I've written for a Hunger Games movie. It took like an entire thing, an entire column basically. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 notes for Mockingjay Part 2. Holy crap. This... Oh, man, oh, man. And I guess another good way that they sort of highlight this mindset is also in Joanna. Because Joanna also sort of has that mindset, you know? More to, you know, make the Capitol pay, make Snow pay for everything, you know? It is more that, but... But still, we should hop into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is mutt. The usage of the word mutt in this movie, oh my god. Like, it's just... It's a very interesting choice of words, you know? That Peta, you know, when he was still pretty fucked up, was saying, you know, Katniss, not just, you know, Katniss is a danger, Katniss is a threat, Katniss, you know, she's, you know, a puppet of the Capitol, you know? He specifically says she is a mutt. I don't know why that cuts deeper than fucking anything else, but it really does, you know? It really does cut deeper, you know? Jeez Louise, man. Like, it's... I don't know. It's very interesting, but yeah, it's like... The fact that he will always say... mutt. She is a mutt. Like, oh my gosh. You know, not just like... She's a stooge or even just a dog, you know? Oh, she's the Capitol's dog. She's the Capitol's mutt. Like, jeez, that's pretty crazy. And it's interesting that that's brought back again when we get the actual mutts. And we're jumping way ahead for that. What were those things? They felt really out of place. They felt like they belonged in Harry Potter, like a fantasy. Like, the Hunger Games, all things considered, the Hunger Games has been a pretty grounded, like, set of stories, you know? So to have these, like, literal hell demon things, you know, that attack and stuff, it's like, what are these? And I know, I kind of made the reference, like, they're kind of like the hounds, I guess, that we had in the first movie that were chasing Katniss and Peta, and then that's when they went and fought Cato. But I still, you guys, I don't think anyone ever actually cleared it up. Because you guys said, like, well, the fireballs that I was talking about in the first ellmovie, those weren't holograms, those were real fireballs. Y'all never said anything, I don't think, about the hellhounds, basically. So, I don't know about the mutts. Like, what were they? They felt so out of place, you know? They literally felt like they were from a different universe. Like, they belong in, like, Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter or something. Like, anyway. Ugh. So, yeah, the next thing I wrote down was District 2 and the Trap. That was pretty interesting. Where yeah, they had... I mean, they went to District 2, which was interesting, and they were going to trap everyone inside the nut. Like, I get why it's called the nut. It kind of looks like a chestnut in the ground, but calling it the nut, it just sounds goofy. Like, I'm not even trying to, like, suggest anything. I'm just saying it sounds goofy. It's like, where are you stationed? The nut. Like, what? That sounds horrible. Oh my gosh. So, we had a brief cameo by Gwendolyn Christie. I was kind of hoping, like, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh, that's Gwendolyn Christie. I was like, oh, shit, all right. I want to see, I want to see her be a badass general and stuff. And it's like, nope, that's literally it. It's just a cameo. And we really don't... Well, okay, we do talk about... we do spend a decent amount of time at District 2, actually. I kind of forgot, but yeah. We had the trap. This is where we also had the conversation of, like, oh, well, even if we're, killing civilians, like, as long as the war ends, and it's like, all right, man, that's not a good mindset, So I like that they do introduce that, it's not just the, like, whatever vibes you might get from Coin in part 1, but you also pretty much get that introduced here with Gale, this concept that we have to be better. And again, you want to side with Katniss, you understand Gale in that, but you want to side with Katniss, So, oh man. I wrote down Common Enemy. That was a really good scene. Again, Katniss works the best under duress, honestly. Like, she works... Like, she has her best, like, moments and speeches in the middle of a tense situation, So, I do like that. That was really cool when she was like, look, I don't want to kill Snow's slaves, And it's like, we're not slaves. And it's like, why are you doing the killing for him? Why are you killing for him? Like, what are you doing, District 2? Come on. So, I did really like that. That was a really great scene. I did like that, I wrote down the game makers, that they trapped, and we'll get more into this later, but they trapped the entire capital city. That was really clever. I do like, because last time I was saying, like, oh, well, it makes sense. We're obviously not going to get the Hunger Games again. We're not going to have the actual Hunger Games now. It's a war, But I like that they do have an actual... Well, not an actual, but they do have a Hunger Games of sorts in this movie. That was really good how they did that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, I wrote down the bread. Katniss's first... conversation with Peta. Okay, well, first off, I'm glad that, a little bit of time has passed since the last movie. Maybe just a week or so, but I like that as soon as we start the movie, progress has been made on Peta, and pretty much the rest of the movie is, for Peta at least, is seeing how much progress he can make to become the Peta we know and love, A lot of fucking things have happened in 4 movies, Like, I'm like thinking back to, like, when they mention, the colors, and it's like, oh yeah, on the train ride, I love that, when they were on the train in Catching Fire, and then I just, remember, like, the bread when they showed that in the first movie. It's like, man, oh man, so many things have happened, So many things have happened. But yeah, that was interesting when he's, they do bring up, why did Peta do that? He intentionally burned the bread so that he could, give it to Katniss, and, he was hit by his mother, and it's like, why? He's like trying to figure out, like, why would I do that, And she says, like, oh, 'cause you loved me, And he's like, well, should have just let you starve. So, which again, it shows... It's honestly interesting because you could honestly think, like, these are thoughts that, maybe Peta hasn't actually thought, but maybe they're, like, in the back of his head, It's like, some of these ideas that he doesn't, like, maybe he's denied before. Maybe he's denied these ideas before, but now, because of the hijacking, it's sort of all coming to the forefront of his mind, you know? We had the front lines. It makes sense for Coin not to let Katniss go to the front lines, you know, even though it's like, oh, this is our symbol, this is our Mockingjay. It's like, it is sort of a battle of leaders between Katniss, you know, between the president and the Mockingjay, basically. So yeah, it makes sense, but again, it's more of that sort of, you know, setup to what ultimately happens with Coin, you know? Oh man, now this note is fucking sad. So Finnick and Annie got married. Clearly, I didn't realize the depth of their relationship. Like, I don't know. Well, first off, I thought Annie was a bit young, but I guess not. I mean, well, cause see, I think they said in Catching Fire that Finnick was 14, I think they said, when he won the Hunger Games, and he won the 65th. So he should be around 24. I guess we don't really know when Annie won. You guys did tell me that Mags actually won the 11th Hunger Games, you know, which is crazy that, you know, she won the 11th Hunger Games, but she was still, you know, for the 75th, she was called in, and she was called in to be a tribute, and then she volunteered for it, you know, to save Annie. But yeah, I clearly did not realize, I guess I don't know why, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what I was thinking, because it's like, it's very obvious, you know, obviously I knew that Finnick really cared about Annie, but I don't know, I guess I just didn't put the dots together. That's my fault, honestly. That's my fault for not realizing that. But yeah, like, then it cuts to them getting married, like, oh, okay, I didn't realize, excuse me. But that was kind of cool, seeing Finnick and Annie get married, you know? Like, I really did like that. And actually, like yeah, it was very interesting when they had, like, a party and stuff, you know, they had a wedding party, so, like, that was kind of interesting, like, we don't really get to see that in this series, so yeah, but that makes it all the sadder, in the end. Oh, God, excuse me. I wrote down kill Snow. Now, I like that there was never for all the talk of, oh, we have to be better than them and stuff like that, for all of that sort of talk, there is never a question of, should we kill Snow? I really like that, actually, you know? There's no question about whether or not you should kill Snow, because that is not the same as, you know, Coin bombing the civilians and stuff. I do like that that's never a question, you know? They don't pull an Ozai and it's like, oh, I can't kill him. The phone's at 15% power. I should probably plug in because we still have a little while before we're gonna finish up. So give me a sec. Okay, we should be good now. Oh boy. So, oh man, it's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By the way, it's always a late lunch when I have to record a movie. What was I saying? So yeah, there's no like Ozai where it's like, oh, I can't kill him. It's like, you pretty much can, you know? It's like, there has to be another way. Okay, slight tangent on Avatar real quick. They go through this whole thing of, I can't kill Ozai, I have to find another way. You could have just arrested him and it would have been fine, you know? Like, no one in that show was calling for his, you know, blood like they do in this series, but in this one, yeah, Snow did need to die, you know, which, I don't know, maybe this is, I don't know, for all the talk of, oh, we need to be better, killing Snow, I'm kind of like, well, yeah, I think you're in the clear to kill Snow, you know, because he's Snow. Bombing civilians is not the same, you know? So, I do kind of like that for all the talk of, being better and stuff like that. There's no doubt that you need to kill Snow. Yes, Katniss is not the one that kills Snow, but still, you know? The only thing I wish is that I do kind of wish that, you know, she kills Coin. I wish she then killed Snow, you know? But whatever, he was fucking ripped apart by the mobs. So, but that's the thing, is that that he died laughing. He died kind of being the winner here, you know? Even though, yes, the world is now where it should be, he did die knowing that he was right, at least about Coin. So that sucks. But anyway. And yeah, we had the 76th Hunger Games, you know? Because I was kind of thinking with Catching Fire, it's like, okay, so, you know, the last Hunger Games, the Quarter Quell, was the 75th. And I was like, you know, it's really good, actually. Like, that was really even, actually. That was really even that it was the 75th Hunger Games that was the last Hunger Games. So I did like that. But yes, this was basically the 76th Hunger Games, which was pretty cool. Because, yeah, you know, last movie I was like, man, the movie is so different, you know? Like, this isn't like the first two movies. Like, now we're just in a war. But I like that it's like, okay, well, we got to retake the capital. Well, how is the capital defending themselves? How else? With the game makers, you know, with the pods. So that was very clever. I wrote down Coin and Threat. Yeah, so again, more indications on what would eventually happen with Coin. That, yeah, like, she sent Peta there. Saying, like, oh, well, you know, he needs to be seen that he's not just a puppet and stuff. Sent Peta there with the hopes that he would kill Katniss, because Katniss is a threat. Even if she doesn't run for president, if she endorses someone else other than Coin, she becomes a threat to her power. Like, that is pretty much our biggest indication of everything with Coin, you know? That she would actually, you know, she would want to kill Katniss in order to keep her power, you know? Ugh. I wrote down Real. That was very interesting that, you know, Peta was sort of half and half, I guess, you know, he had his moments where it's like, you know, I could snap at any second and try to kill you. But for the most part, you know, he was just sort of sitting there not really sure of anything anymore. And so, so I like that he had to ask, like, okay, what's real and what isn't? And I like, you know, Finnick saying, hey, why don't you just ask us? We'll tell you what's real and what's not. So that was really cool. I did like that. Oh, excuse me. I'm running out of drink. Uh-oh. So, and again, you know, they bring up the whole, they bring up, like, the colors and stuff, and I like that, you know, tying that, because that was, like, one of the first scenes, and I know it's in the second movie, but that was one of the first scenes where I really, I think, liked Peta, and again, because I've gotten so many comments, and I don't want to, like, call anyone out, and it's fine that you guys commented this, but I know that on the earlier movies, a lot of people have commented that they don't understand how I can hate Peta. I never said I hated Peta. I said I didn't care for him. Now, I know that doesn't sound good, and it doesn't. It doesn't sound good that I said that. But in the first movie, I honestly didn't. I cared about Katniss, but I didn't feel like I needed to care about Peta. Now, come the second movie, you start needing to care about Peta, you know? You start needing to care, and not only do you need to care, he does sway you over more in the second movie, you know? But in the first movie, I'm like, okay, he's there, but we're here for Katniss, you know? That's the thing about the first movie. So I never hated Peta, but I never I just never cared about him. Now I care. And that was one of the first scenes where I started to care about Peta, was when they had that conversation about their favorite colors, you know? It's like, oh, Katniss, you know, we gotta, if we're gonna, we should really know about each other. We gotta know, you know, the deep stuff. The deep stuff. Wow. Like, that was like the first time where I actually started to care about Peta, you know? So that's the thing. So I did like that, that whole thing of Peta asking what's real and what isn't real, you know? So, we lost Boggs. Oh, we lost Boggs. That sucks, man. I do like that, you know, he became a believer, you know? I don't remember if last movie, it's been about 3 weeks since I recorded the last movie, because things happened and I took a bit more of a break than I normally do. But I don't remember if, I mean, he wasn't like a believer in the Mockingjay in last movie, but I like that he is sort of, you know, as he's dying, you know, he gives the hollow to Katniss and wants her to keep going, you know? Like, they believe in her. Although everyone that has died believes in her and the Mockingjay. So I like that. We went underground. That was pretty cool. It was very clever because, you know, you would think that they would put pods down there, but they didn't. So that worked out. But then we got the mutts. What were those things, guys? I have to know, what were those things? They were ridiculous, you know? They were ridiculous, but I mean, they were interesting, but they felt so out of place because they look like aliens. They look like hell demons or aliens, or I don't even know. They look like, you know, magical creatures, but this is the Hunger Games we're talking about, you know? This is the Hunger Games, which is a pretty grounded, you know, story. It's not fantasy whatsoever. It's kind of sci-fi, I guess. It's more... Ooh, that was a strong one. Jeez. God, I felt my entire insides, like, rip apart for that. Whew, okay, I'm good. But, you know, this is a very grounded series, honestly. It's, you know, yes, it's a different world, but... It's a different world, obviously, but it's... I don't know, it's like... It's not fantasy. It's... You could barely qualify it as sci-fi, honestly. It's a dystopian world. And it's very realistic, honestly. And then these fucking mutts just show up. These demons from, like, Harry Potter or something just show up. And then they kill Finnick, too! That's the other thing. They killed Finnick, which sucked. I didn't want Finnick to die. I love Finnick. You know? Like, after 3 movies with him, it's like, yeah, I love Finnick. I want more Finnick. And it's like, he died, and right after, he got married, too. Like, I just realized how much of a relationship he had with Annie, to the point where they got married, and then he's dead. To mutts. To these weird demon things, you know? You can tell I'm very confused by this because my voice is getting all high-pitched. That's when you know that I'm very, like, confused or weirded out by something. So, oh god. Oh, now I'm diffly. Oh god. When I sneeze I get diffly, so yeah. The mutts were crazy as hell, and then Finnick died. That just sucks. Oh man. I love Finnick. Then storming the mansion. I mean, that was kind of interesting. Gale. So, I would imagine Gale didn't know that Coin was going to do that, but I mean, I don't know. Like, do I need to, like, go back to that part? Maybe. Because she's done with him. Katniss is... She said goodbye. She is done with Gale, you know? You know, I'm gonna go back to that part. Let me see if I can try to find it. Okay. It's a little bit further back. No, you know, it's a bit further back than that. Darby's... Well, the dog woke up, so I better go deal with him. I'll be right back.
I wanted to.
Was it ours? The bomb? The delayed explosion? The trap? To draw more people in? Is that you?
I don't know. All I know is I was supposed to take care of your family. No, I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You can't protect anyone in an arena. Goodbye, Gail.
Okay. So... That's just rough, man. That's just rough. You can't protect anyone in an arena. She shouldn't have been in that arena, though. Those medics should not have been there, but needed to look good, I guess. So yeah, Prem is dead. She got caught in the explosion, which, I mean, you know, even Snow said, like, hey, I don't think she was aiming for your sister, but she got caught up in the crossfire. I like that he even says, like, hey, we were both played for fools by President Coin, you know? And it's interesting, too, because, you know, we have this whole mission of getting to Snow. Getting all the way to Snow. And then it ends, you know? It ends so abruptly, too, with the bombing. And then it's over, and it's like, oh. And you almost think, like, that almost feels anticlimactic, but it works better this way, honestly, you know? Like, you expect... What you want is for Katniss to charge in there and be the hero and kill the villain and stuff, but it doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out that way, you know? So I like that it sort of gives you a bait and switch on that. That, you know, the whole movie basically is leading up to Katniss killing Snow, and then during the climax, it just sort of ends. And then even when she has the chance to kill Snow, she doesn't do it. Because she does what's better for... Honestly, she does what's better for the country, and that's killing Coin. Oh, man. Because after what Coin did, it's clear that she would just be another Snow. You know? And nowhere is that more highlighted than with the symbolic Hunger Games. The symbolic Hunger Games. Which... That, again, it's the old, you know, should you be better? And you want to side with Katniss, but you do understand everyone else. You understand, like, Joanna being like, oh, well, let's have them, you know, let's have them do it. It's what they deserve, you know? They're horrible people, but I like that, I like Peta, you know, again, being sort of being good boy Peta that he is, you know, I like him, you know, being the first one to say, like, no, we shouldn't do this. That's not right, you know? That's exactly how the uprising started, you know? So, and I like Annie and Beatty also voting with Peta, you know? And I would imagine, honestly, Haymitch would have voted no, but I think he knew exactly what Katniss was going to do, you know? He knew exactly what Katniss was going to do. So, and I like, you know, when Coin announces, like, oh, well, I will be the interim president, and Haymitch is like, yeah, how long is that going to last? And she's like, well, who's to say, really? It's like, okay, you're fucking grabbing for power. You're going to become another Snow. So Katniss realizes that, and when she votes for the symbolic Hunger Games, Haymitch knows what she's doing, and so votes with her, just to be sure that Coin will end, basically. And that's the thing, is that, again, in that moment, Katniss does what's best for the country, for Panem. She does what's best for the country and kills Coin before she becomes the new Snow. But at the same time, you know, it then cuts to Snow laughing as he is being ripped apart. It cuts to him laughing because, in a sense, he won. Even though he's lost. He died. His regime is gone, and the country will now be able to flourish under a new presidency. He still technically, in a way, he does win. At the very least, he wins over Katniss, you know? Well, and by, I mean, like, he wins over her, not, oh, he won her over. Like, no. You know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. So, that laugh of a madman. He was a great villain, I have to say. Okay, I did write down the letter from Plutarch. Okay, Plutarch is not heavily featured in this movie. He did have some scenes and some lines, but his role is not as great as it was in the last movie. Now, granted, it didn't need to be. Like, I don't expect that he was supposed to have a much bigger role. He honestly was there almost as much as he needed to be. But I do have a question. At the end, when Haymitch is reading the letter from Plutarch, is that because Philip Seymour Hoffman had died by that point? I do want to know that, you know? Because he was in the movie. He was in the movie. He did have some lines, so it's clear he was filming this movie, obviously. But the letter, and then at the end, when it's like, oh, there's Plutarch, you know, they're with them. It's like, it feels like for the end of the movie, he had died already, and so they sort of wrote around it. I don't know. You guys can sort of tell me. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe, honestly, there was just a letter from Plutarch in the books, and Haymitch read it, you know? So, I will say, like, you know, if the original intention was for Plutarch to be there and talk to Katniss instead of just the letter, I honestly do prefer that it was Haymitch there, you know? So, and I like, you know, Plutarch saying, you know, while you may have shocked the country, you have not surprised me. Like, he knew that Katniss would kill Coin. So, I wrote down home. So I guess, honestly, Haymitch, Peta, and Katniss are the only people living in District 12 now, which is pretty interesting. And then the two kids. So that was pretty interesting. It was, you know, I mean, it was very emotional as well, with, especially, you know, when Katniss sees the cat. That fucking cat, man. That fucking cat, you know? But yeah, it's like that, there was sort of just this, like, calm, like, we're done. Because even not even her mother was there, you know? They said, like, oh, well, Katniss Katniss's mother is, you know, training, you know, new nurses and new doctors and stuff, and Gale is, you know, captain in District 2. So it really just is Katniss, Peta, and I assume Haymitch as well. So yeah, of course, obviously there can't be anyone else because there's really nothing left of District 12, you know? So yeah, wrote down Paler. Paler became the new president of Pan Am, which was pretty cool. I did like that. Because they even say, it's like, oh yeah, there'll be an election among the 12 leaders, and Paler will probably be the new president. So that was pretty cool to see. And again, it's one of those, it's a bittersweet ending, you know? It's a bittersweet ending to everything that happened. So I did like that. And then yeah, the last thing I wrote down is the end. The end. That is the end, and we saw Katniss, Peta, and their 2 children at the end, which it's like the most bittersweet ending, you know, where it's like it's very somber. It's like we won, but there was a great cost, and not only just a cost of, you know, good and innocent lives, but also a cost of, you know, I don't even know, like, the cost of coin as well. A cost that we didn't know, but it was a cost that needed to be, you know? We needed to get rid of coin because she would have become a new Snow. So that was that. That is the Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. I friggin' love this series, man. I friggin' love this series, and yeah, I mean, I am going to miss this world. I'm going to miss these characters. It's been such an interesting journey over the past, good lord, like 8 weeks or so, or 9 weeks that we've been watching these movies. But yeah, join us back. I think there's going to be just the slightest break before we do the next movie. Just the next movie that will be voted on. It's going to be a Halloween movie because that will be up in October. And then after that, we're going to be doing My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. But yeah, this has been really fun because, I mean, these movie reactions have been, you know, they've been great. I've really loved doing these movie reactions. But it was nice to really do a series, you know? And so much to where I bought the DVDs for both Mockingjay movies. And I'm going to go back and buy the DVDs for the first 2 movies because this was really, really great. And who knows, maybe someday I will maybe someday I will do a set of videos on the books, because you guys did tell me, now you guys told me that Catching Fire was like a perfect adaptation of the book. But there are differences between the books and the movies, so I'd be curious to check them out. So maybe look out for that. Probably not soon, but maybe sometime in the future we will do that. But yeah, this has been really great. I really, really love the Hunger Games movies, and I'm gonna miss them. I am honestly going to miss these movies. But yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my movie reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.